Today we're going to talk about defending as a unit and being compact and how we defend as an 11 against the opposition. First thing I want to talk about is just areas and lanes of the pitch, because I think this is a really good reference guide to use when you're defending. So traditionally, or the way I like to look at a football pitch, we've got 5 lanes. So we've got 2 wide areas, we've got 2 half space areas here that I've highlighted in grey, and then we've got a central area. So that gives us 5 lanes of reference, okay, which we're going to come back to later on in the video. So defending as a unit encompasses 2 things: width and length, horizontal width and vertical length. Okay, so what we want to be is compact. So I've put a 4-4-2 out here, and at the moment we're defending all of the pitch. Of course, we're the full width, and there's lots of gaps in between the lines. So the opposition have got the ball at the moment, and if we was in this wide channel, the first thing we would want to be is ball side. Okay, so we're going to talk about 2 things: ball side and goal side. So we get goal side of the ball, and then we want to get ball side, which is we want to be the ball side of the pitch. So we're in this wide zone at the moment. We would want to see us shift across the pitch to be as compact as possible, because we can't defend the entire pitch. And that's an important sentence to remember. We can't defend the entire pitch. Okay, we've got to choose what parts of the pitch we defend and what parts of the pitch that we offer to the opposition. So now we've got ball side. So we've condensed the size of the pitch. So now the opposition, have 3 ways to get to goal. They can either go around us, which is what we're offering them, because we've made ourselves really compact towards the far side of the pitch. They can go through us, which we're going to fix in a moment, or they can go over the top of us. So at the moment, there's great gaps in between the lines here, and this is where opposition number 10s or playmakers would want to get into to really hurt you, because the quickest way to goal is to get in between the lines and go in straight lines vertically through the pitch. So to counteract that, we want to close the gaps between the lines, and whether the defence pushes up or the midfield drops depends on a number of circumstances. If the player on the ball has got time on the ball, they can get their head up. You probably need to drop slightly because the risk of the ball over the top is on. If there's immediate pressure on the ball, then we can afford to press higher because that player will have their head down. So what we want to do now is really close the lines. And now you can see we've become a really compact unit. Okay, so the opposition now, they're probably not going to be able to play over us. When we talk about the 3 ways to get to goal, they can't play over us. The goalkeeper should sweep that up. They can't play through us because we're compact between the lines and we're nice and tight. The only way they can get around us is to play around us, right? So that's the only way they can get to goal, is to come around us. And by the time they've switched to come around, our objective then is to switch across the pitch and essentially move across as a block like this. So we're blocking the opposition from playing a forward pass, and we're making them play sideways, and we're offering them no forward options. Okay, so that's defending as a unit. Now, in terms of the lanes and the principles of using the lanes, I would look for my team out of possession to be defending in 3 lanes of the pitch, so a maximum 3 lanes of the pitch. So you can see here, when the ball is wide on this left channel for the opposition, their left back would be on the ball here. We're occupying the wide lane, the half space, and the central area. So that's a really good reference guide for this left back here and this left winger on how far they need to be across the pitch when they're squeezing across and they're being compact. So it's really important for me personally that we compact into 3 lanes of the pitch, and then we really squeeze the space in between the lines so that they can't play through us. Now this block needs to move as one. So if the forwards go and press, this player might be sitting on a pivot player here. That opens up a gap in between the lines, so the midfield have got to go with them, and the defence have got to come with them as well. And if there becomes a risk that a player's got time and space on the ball and that ball could go over the top, then that's when a drop happens, but we all have to drop into space as well. So we are working as a block to, as I say, stopping the opposition play through us, limited options to go over the top of us, because that's the quickest direct route to goal. We're ensuring that the opposition play around us, and that takes time. So then we can shift back over and we can get ball side again to make sure that the opposition can't play down the far side. So that is a quick video on how to defend as a unit.